Hi, everyone. This is me again. And welcome back to episode 6 of my new series where we break down real product concepts in a simple and practical way. In the last video, we talked about stakeholder management and influence, how product managers align people. But here's the truth: alignment doesn't happen automatically. It happens through communication, clarity, and storytelling. Because even the best ideas fail if they are not communicated properly. And this is where product communication and storytelling come in. Let's talk as I take you to my screen for a better understanding of how these things work and fit in a real world scenario. Now, first and foremost, what is product communication? So, product communication is essentially a combination of several events. For example, how do you explain the product ideas? How do you share decisions? How do you align the teams? And how do you drive the associated actions? And this happens everywhere in the meetings, reflecting on the overall documentation, Slack messages, presentations, and the stakeholder updates. Every PM is constantly communicating to avoid any blockers moving forward. Now, let's talk about the criticality of communication. So basically, without good communication, the teams misunderstand priorities, stakeholders get confused, decisions get delayed, and the execution becomes messy. Also, with strong communication, the clarity also increases, alignment improves, the decisions are usually faster, and the trust grows well. Now, let's talk about the storytelling in the product space. Remember, storytelling is not about being dramatic, it's about making ideas clear, relatable, memorable, and convincing. So instead of saying, we need to improve onboarding, you say, users are dropping in the first 2 minutes, which means they never experience the value. If we fix this, we unlock growth. So, same idea, but with a much stronger impact. Now, let's talk about the structure of a strong product story. Great PMs don't speak randomly, they follow a structure. Number one is the context. This means setting up the stage. In simple words, what's happening. Number two, problem. Here, you define the issue clearly. Simple words, what's broken. Number three is the impact. Why does it matter? What's the consequence? Number four is the solution. What should we do? And on number five comes the outcome. This means what will change. For example, in easy words, context means the users are signing up. The problem means there's an issue in onboarding. Impact refers to low activation or wasted acquisition. Solution means to simplify the onboarding flow, and the outcome results in higher conversion and retention. Now comes the type of product communication. There are basically four types of product communication. Let's break them down one by one. Number one is the strategic communication. This is mainly used for the vision, roadmap, and direction, and the audience usually includes the leadership and stakeholders. Number two is the execution communication, and this is used for the sprint updates, delivery status, and blockers, if any. The common audience includes the team, engineers, and the QA. Now, next is analytical communication. This is used for the metrics, insights, and any experimentation. And the audience includes the data teams and the associated stakeholders. And lastly, the cross-functional communication. This is used for the alignment, trade-off, and decisions. And the audience here includes multiple teams depending upon the project and delivery. Now, let's talk about adapting the communication to the audience. And this is critical. So different people need different communication styles, right? For example, the engineers with clear requirements, technical clarity, and edge cases, the designers with the user problems, flows, and the experience, the leadership with the impact, outcomes, and the business value, and the sales and marketing with the customer value messaging and the correct positioning. So, same message with different framing. You need to pay close attention here. Now, let's talk about the written communication. And this is something really important. A lot of PM work is writing. For example, PRDs, user stories, product updates, emails, and Slack messages. Good writing is always clear, concise, structured, and easy to understand, whereas the bad writing will be long, confusing, and unclear. Now comes the verbal communication, the meetings mostly, and meetings are where the alignment actually happens. So a good PM in the meetings is always clear, structured, listens actively, drives decisions, and avoids unnecessary discussion. Whereas a simple meeting structure is what's the topic, what's the problem, what are the options, and what is the decision. Don't let meetings drift. Now, using data in communication, remember, data is powerful, but only if explained well. So instead of saying drop off is 45%, explain almost half the users leave before completing sign up, which means we're losing potential customers early. Here, you need to translate data into meaning. Now, clarity over complexity. A big mistake PMs make when they try to sound smart using jargon, complex terms, and long explanations. But great PMs do the opposite. They simplify, break things down, and make ideas easy to understand. Now, remember these 4 questions as a framework of communication to make your lives easy. What is the problem? Why does it matter? What should we do? And what happens next? Now, here are some common communication mistakes people make. Number 1, too much detail, and this overwhelms the audience. Number 2, being too vague means no clarity at all. Number 3 is no structure. Remember, confusion spreads when there's no set structure. Number 4 is ignoring the audience. This simply means misalignment. And number 5 is not confirming the understanding. This means there's always a hidden confusion which may arise at some point. Now, let's take a real product scenario. A PM needs to explain a new feature. The example of a weak communication would be, we're improving onboarding with a new UX. On the other hand, strong communication will look professional and on point. For example, users are dropping off early in onboarding, so we're simplifying the flow to help them reach value faster, which should increase conversion. This sounds clear, structured, and impactful. The feedback loop in communication is very strong and is not a one-way road. Always check, did people understand? Do they have concerns? And is the alignment achieved? Now, let's talk about who needs communication. The simple answer is everyone: engineers, designers, stakeholders, leadership, and the users too. Now, what makes PM a great communicator? If he thinks clearly, speaks simply, writes clearly, listens actively, adapts to the audience, tells strong stories, and be able to align people whenever needed. Trust me, this is a career multiplier skill. Here are a few key takeaways for you to multiply your skills and bring them to the practice. Communication drives alignment. Storytelling makes ideas impactful. Structure improves clarity. Adapt communication to the audience. Data must be translated into meaning. Simplicity beats complexity. Great PMs are great communicators. So now you understand how product managers communicate and align teams, but how do you actually become a strong technical product manager and build the right skills? In the next video, we'll break down technical product management, what PMs need to know technically, and how to level up your game. At senior levels, your impact is not just what you build, it's how clearly you think and how effectively you communicate that thinking. Till then, take care, and yes, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.